Hello and good morning. Don't mind the truck beeping outside. It just started up, but I really needed to start this vlog. I could not wait because I have a call in about 5 minutes. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at my schedule today and it's just, it's gonna be a busy day and I really don't like that for Wednesdays. This is only the second Wednesday since the semester has started. By the way, hi. Welcome back if you're coming back. Welcome if you're new here. If you're new here, I'm Andrea. It's nice to have you here. I'm a full-time writing instructor. The semester has just started. I'm already losing my mind. I'm also a part-time indie author who's published 6 books and is currently working on the next 3, which is part of why I'm losing my mind at the moment. So yeah, it's Wednesday. I have 3 calls scheduled for today. I don't know why I did that, but it's just one of those things where there's only so many days I can schedule stuff for because it's really Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. And I already have stuff scheduled. I already have physical therapy on Fridays. Mondays, I don't like to overpack because I like to ease into the week a little bit. So it really feels like it leaves Wednesday or Friday afternoon. And yeah, I feel like Wednesday, last week I only had 1 call and next week I'll only have 2, but I might have to start shifting some of these things to every other Wednesday instead of every Wednesday because I'm looking at my schedule and I am panicking slightly for today. But I figured while I was talking to you, I'd go over my planner for today as kind of a here's what to look forward to. Some things I've already done. So I've already published the vlog for today and I've actually already edited. No, I didn't finish editing it. I'm close. I just have to add the music to the vlog for Friday because I'm not going to have time to edit it tomorrow. So I need to finish editing the vlog. I'm going to migrate one of my teaching tasks. I need to make my grade sheets, but I will do that, I think, on Friday. That can wait. It can wait until Friday or even Monday of next week. So I definitely need to check my email and go through my work email. I have a lecture that I want to give in business writing tomorrow that needs to be revised and updated. It is so old. I realized that last semester when I taught the class that it's outdated. It really needs to be revised. Definitely need to work on that. So there's not that many teaching tasks, although I do think revising that lecture is going to take the longest and email is going to take a fair chunk of time as well. I don't know that I'm going to get that much book work done. I'm not going to migrate anything yet. The main thing I need to do is write. My top 3 for today are definitely revise that lecture and revise that PowerPoint or Google slide presentation, do my writing for the day, and go for a hike. Because I didn't get to hike on Monday because it was raining, and I didn't get to hike yesterday because I was on campus. So I just really want to go out for a hike. It is a gorgeous, completely clear day, and yeah, I'm excited to go for a hike. It's cool. It's really cool. It's only going to get up to 55 today, so it should be absolutely gorgeous out there for our hike. And as far as writing goes, I did manage to do some writing yesterday. I didn't intend to do any writing yesterday, but I did manage to get over 2,000 words written yesterday. Yesterday evening. I was tired, I was uncomfortable, I wasn't comfortable sitting on the couch, and so I thought at 8:46 I'll just get in bed and read, and then realized it was so early. I thought, well, let me edit the vlog, that'll make today easier. Got the vlog edited and still had some time and thought, well, let me do some writing. And so I did some writing, and 2,000 words later. So I've been waiting to open up Scrivener today to see what my new word count is. I've been waiting until I was on camera with you guys. So let's take a look. So by doing that much writing on a non-writing day, my new daily target for Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays is 1,188 words. So it did bring it down by almost about 100 words. So it did bring it down by 50 or 60 words because it was down at 1,226 or something. So that's exciting. I did 2,089 words last night, so I need to add that to my tracker. But I need to get on my call, and then we will see. We will see. I'm only going to have a couple hours probably from when this call ends to when my next call starts. So I've got to power through that lecture, and then I don't know when I'm going to do any writing, because I don't think it's going to happen before my hike, and I'm not sure I'm going to feel like doing it after my hike. So we'll just see. Today it's a balancing act. I just have to see what I manage to do. Hello! Oh gosh, yeah, it's definitely morning for me. Yeah, so the semester started, and it's just, I'm back trying to balance everything and already feeling like the spinning plates are starting to fall off their little pegs. Okay, my call is done, and that took a lot longer than it was supposed to, but we were just having such a good chat that I didn't want to hang up, and neither did she, and we were just having too much fun. So that was all kind of related to my coaching business, which realized I really don't talk that much about it because I've been so focused on getting it started. I'm just making a cup of coffee, by the way. If you can hear that in the background, it is my kettle starting to go. I will be talking more about my coaching business and how I'm doing that, because it's one more thing I'm trying to balance. I feel like my word of the year probably should have been balance, because I just feel like it's a lot. It's now nearly 1 o'clock. It's not part of the plan for today. I'm still determined to get my writing done. The good thing is I really don't have much teaching work to do. I think I will have more by Friday, but like I'm caught up on grading and my lesson plan for tomorrow is done. It's just this presentation that I need to revise, because I should have been thinking I should have done it back in December, but I completely forgot that I wanted to get it revised, and it's the lecture I have to give tomorrow. But other than that, everything's ready for tomorrow. So I am lucky that while it's a busy day with non-teaching stuff, it's not taking time away from teaching work, because I just don't really have that much teaching work to do today, because it's still early enough in the semester. It will not stay this way for much longer. Next week is going to be like all the grading begins. I'm kind of taking advantage of today to scramble a bit and try to get some of this other stuff done and getting back into a new routine. But yeah, it is challenging to be also still like, it's teaching and writing and all the book stuff and the coaching business, and like the coaching business is still in its infancy and it's not taking a ton of time, and the way I'm designing it won't take a ton of time anyway. So like it's in a good place, and I'm in a good place with it, but it still takes time. Everything takes time. I do often get asked how I do it all. Y'all, the answer is I don't do it all the time. So like today, I'm not going to do any editing. I'm not going to do any outlining. I'm just going to try to do writing. These calls I've got scheduled today, you know, I'm going to be making up some things, making up for some of the time on other days when I don't have these calls. It's just everything is flexible and everything is fluid, and some days I feel like I do get a little bit done in every area of my life, and other days it's like pick your top 3, because that's all you're gonna get to do. And today feels like it's one of those days where my top 3 are my writing, my editing this presentation, and going for a hike. And if anything else gets done, I do need to finish editing the vlog, but that I know I can do this evening while I'm watching TV. And like maybe I'll do, that's also when I'm going to be doing my writing this evening while I'm watching TV. So there is like a fourth thing, that vlog needs to be finished, but that will be super easy. And I'm not worried about that. But like, yeah, it's just, it gets done. Stuff gets done. It just doesn't always get done in the timeline that I want it to. Sometimes things take me longer. It is what it is. I used to really beat myself up, get really negative and down on myself on days like today where it just felt like nothing really gets done. I used to feel really bad that like it was a sign that I had failed that day. And now it's just, you know, some stuff will get done today, some stuff won't, some will get partially done, and I will just deal with that. It'll be okay. And also reminding myself of one of my words of the year, imperfect. So like this lecture I'm going to do, let's go back to the desk. The presentation doesn't have to be perfect, like the Google Slides themselves, because the knowledge is what's important, the knowledge that I'm sharing with my students. That's what's important, not how fancy and sleek my presentation is. So that's what I need to be focusing on, and not making myself crazy trying to have the most perfect, beautiful presentation. So I've got my coffee, a nice hot cup of coffee, because it is quite cool here at my desk. We're gonna get this presentation done. I need to go through my email as well, but I don't think there's any super pressing emails. We're gonna get this done before my call at 2, or no, my call's at 1:45. I need to not forget that it's at 1:45, so I've got even less time than I thought. So I'm gonna stop talking. We're gonna get stuff done. Will we get everything done? I don't know, but we're gonna get stuff done. We're gonna get enough done for the day so that I'm ready for tomorrow and all of that. But we're gonna let go of trying to be perfect and get everything done to a high standard. Like, it's just, it's gonna get done and it's gonna be fine. And I'm just gonna shut up and drink my coffee, because none of this is worth stressing over. This is what I'm reminding myself of. Okay, all of my calls are done. I have managed to, I'm just gonna migrate it now because I know these aren't going to happen. I'm not gonna get any book editing and royal romance done today, so I'm gonna migrate that. I'm gonna migrate outlining. So that just leaves editing the vlog, finish editing the vlog for Friday, writing in Across the Pond 4, and going for my hike. So I'm gonna go for my hike right now, try to get home in enough time that I can sit down and just bash out about 1,200 words. I really wanna make sure that I write today because I did so much writing yesterday, so technically I don't have to write. It would just go back to what my word count would have been set at today if I hadn't written tomorrow, or if I hadn't written yesterday. So I don't have to write today, but for the next week or so, I'm hoping that I did some writing yesterday. I'm going to try to do some writing on Sunday because that's not a scheduled day, and then maybe try to do some more writing next Tuesday, and then on Friday and Saturday, even though those are scheduled days, I'm going to try to do more than what Scrivener tells me to write, because if I could bring that word count down, It's not about finishing writing early. It's not about finishing the draft before my birthday. Like, I'm happy with finishing it by my birthday because I think that'd be really nice. But if I can bring my daily word count down so I'm just not having to write that much every day, it would make it easier for me to be fitting in outlining and some editing. Royal Romance, I can't remember if I said this, I think I did. It's with the alpha readers, but I have some things I know I want to do for editing. But like today, there's no way. I have no time to edit. I'm only going to have enough time to do the writing. And so I know that if I can bring that writing target down, then on days where there's just not that much time, like this is a huge part of how I manage to work on more than one project at once, by having each of them at a stage and on a timeline where I just have to do a little bit of work every day. Like, I'd be happy with just 15-20 minutes of outlining with like 30 minutes of editing, because there's only so long I can be in my editing headspace anyway. And then if my daily word target for writing is like 1,000 or less, then I can do that in about an hour. So kind of having things at a point where I'm really only spending, even though I'm working on 3 projects, I'm only spending about an hour and a half on all 3 of them. And on a day like today, when I don't have what ended up being almost 5 hours of video calls, on any other day I could easily do an hour and a half of book work on top of my regular teaching work, even once the semester really kicks off and there's more grading and stuff like that. The trick for me for getting a lot of stuff done and balancing it all is having things at a point where I'm not spending 5 hours on every task, but like some tasks and some projects I'm only spending like 15 minutes here, 20 minutes there, 30 minutes. And so even when I add up all the coaching work stuff for the day, all the book work stuff for the day, it's still only like an extra 2 hours on top of the hours I put in for my job. And it's not always 2 hours every day. That, like right now, my writing schedule, I just know Tuesday is not a day I can count on. I got really lucky that I wrote that much, and part of it was because I got into bed at 8:45 last night, and so instead of watching TV, I edited a vlog and I wrote 2,000 words. So that won't happen every Tuesday. Some Tuesdays, all I'm going to feel like doing is sitting and watching TV after I get home from teaching. So that's the other way that I get stuff done, or that I manage to balance things, is by not forcing myself to work on everything every day, but just accepting and kind of factoring into my schedule that there will be some days that I don't write. There will be some days that I don't do coaching work. There will be some days where I don't do anything beyond teaching. Thursday is an example of that. If I get anything other than teaching work done, it's a good day. And Thursday I kind of do more than 8 hours worth of teaching, just because of the way my teaching schedule and office hours and everything works out. So it's kind of reality versus what social media shows you. I show you when I'm working. And so sometimes I think I look far more productive than I actually am. And so the last year-ish, like as I've gotten more into slow living, and like this year for sure, my goal is definitely to be more transparent about when I don't get stuff done, and that there are plenty of days like today. Like, it's why I don't really vlog on Tuesday or Thursday, because there's really not much to vlog other than that I go and teach, and I'm on campus, and I'm really busy, and none of my other personal project stuff really gets work done. You get stuff done when you can. As I said earlier, I'm really trying to not beat myself up when I don't get stuff done. I feel like Andrea 3 years ago would be absolutely livid with how little I've gotten done today. Today would have felt like just an absolute waste. But Andrea of 2023 is accepting that some days We just don't get a lot done, and some days you just get your absolute non-negotiables. And so for me today, that includes hiking. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to go get changed, and we're going to go for a really nice, slow, peaceful, relaxing hike. So that was fantastic. I did about 1.8 miles and about an hour. This bang doesn't know what. My bangs are just a mess. Anyway, it was lovely. It was nice and cool out. I did take my hoodie off at a certain point. I'm feeling, I could have put it on again, like my arms are kind of cold now. But it was just so nice to be out there, just feeling the cold air on my skin and stuff. It just, yeah, it was nice. I don't really want to put it on all the way, so I'm just gonna put it on backwards. Like, my core feels warm, it's just my arms that are a little bit chilly. Oh, that was fantastic. I've missed that. Like, it's only been since Sunday that I went for a hike, So it hasn't been that long. Everything is so green. It is so green. Like, it feels even greener today. Like, I'm noticing it even more because it's so sunny today. When I came out here hiking on Sunday, which you saw in the last vlog, it was really cloudy, and so the lighting was just very different. And even then I could see how green it is, but like seeing the sunlight like really enhancing the colors, it is actually so green and lush. And I'm just, usually by the time everything starts blooming flowers, it's too hot to hike. I might have to come out and at least do the nature trail just to try to see if I can see everything in bloom, because I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, that we just have an incredible spring bloom this year, because I feel like we have had more rain. We had a pretty decent monsoon in August and like July, August, September, and then we've gotten quite a few of these winter storms that have just brought like 3 days of rain in a row each time. I'm really, really hoping we get like a full desert spring bloom, because we haven't had one of those in forever. I'm sure I'm jinxing myself. I'm sure now we aren't going to get one, but like it's amazing. I'm looking around and seeing just how green everything is. And I know like there's some bushes in front and around my car. These bushes here, these like sage greeny ones. And then there's this one right here out the window. Those bushes will start shooting off that big, bright yellow daisy looking type flowers, but they just get this like crown of bright yellow daisy looking flowers. And there's so many of those bushes throughout the desert that like if they all bloom, the whole side of the mountain is going to go yellow, and it's amazing. And I haven't seen a spring bloom like that in years, but I've never seen them look this green in years. So fingers crossed, because that would be amazing. That would just be so cool. Anyone who's been watching this channel for a long time knows I really want to leave Arizona. This is not where I want to live full time for the rest of my life. I will always come back here because my parents will always live here, but I would like to go live somewhere else. But this is one of the few things that I would really miss about living in the desert, because I feel like the seasons here are so fleeting. And when you notice these little changes, it is just so magical because it's so temporary. It's not even guaranteed every year. Like next year, we could have no rain at all throughout the whole monsoon and all of the winter, and everything just stays brown and dormant for the whole year. We've certainly had years like that. And like, we're still in the middle of a drought. All this rain hasn't changed that. I'm just trying to make the most of every day that I can go hiking. Like today, there's just so much to do, and I need to stop talking and go home and get back to work. So like, it's been a very full on and frantic day, but like, this is why I prioritize these hikes, because in just a matter of months, it's going to be 100 degrees. I'm not going to be able to go hiking anymore. I'm barely even going to be able to walk around my neighborhood. Like, I think by May, I'm going to be back to doing yoga and workout videos indoors, because I'm just not going to be able to work out outdoors anymore. So like, this weather, especially the weather we're having right now, is so temporary. It's going to be gone in a blink. And before I know it, I'm not going to be able to come out here. Even though part of my brain is like, you should have stayed home and you should have done your writing and you could be done working by now. No, this is what I needed to do. I needed to come out and go for this hike, and I do not regret it. And it has been absolutely amazing. I do feel just so much calmer now. Like, I do feel a lot better. There's still a lot of work I need to do when I get home, but this was worth it. And for this at least 57 minutes that I was hiking, I wasn't thinking about anything else. I wasn't thinking about my work. I wasn't thinking about my books. I wasn't thinking about going to campus tomorrow and teaching 3 classes and doing office hours and blah, blah, blah. I was just totally in this moment and enjoying it. But I need to get going. I need to get home. The sun is just about to set. I will step out and get one more video for you guys of the sun going down. And then we'll go home. I will get freshened up, get cozy again, and get some writing done. Taken me a little bit longer than I wanted. It's 8:49, so just about 9 o'clock. I think I'm going to watch YouTube for like an hour, and then at about 10 get in bed and read for a bit, and then try to have lights out by like 11. Knowing me, I'll end up watching YouTube until 10:30 and then read until 11:30 and have lights out by like 11:45, but before midnight, that's for sure. I got the vlog edited, so that's ready to upload tomorrow when I get home from work. And I got my writing done. I got up to 1,322 words today. So I'm feeling really good about that. So I needed 1,188, but I don't think I did enough to drastically increase my word count for tomorrow. So like tomorrow, my word count might be like 1,186 words, and the manuscript is now just over 75,000. We're at 75,169, and I have finished chapter 15. So whenever I write, whether I do a little bit of writing tomorrow or I wait and do my next writing session on Friday, the next time I sit down to write, I will be starting chapter 16. So that feels pretty good. I've now done 15 chapters out of 24 are written. That is now done. And I can close my laptop. I'm gonna go make some peppermint tea, and I'm gonna sit down and watch some YouTube. Just start letting my brain shut down for the night, because I'm pretty tired. It's been a really long day. It's been a good day, but it has been a really long day. It's been a lot of time at my desk, a lot of time on Zoom, a lot of time in front of one computer screen or another. But that hike made a difference. That hike today really helped. I can't stop thinking about how green everything is. It's just, oh, it's so amazing. This is another level, and I'm loving it. So yeah, that hike was pretty fantastic. I can't wait to go hiking again on Friday. I really, really can't. I'm gonna try to do a longer hike on Friday as well. And I will vlog Friday, so you won't miss that. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. I feel like I really wasn't sure about vlogging today. Like when I looked at my schedule, I'd planned on vlogging Wednesday, and then I looked at my schedule and saw how many calls I had scheduled and how much work I had, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do any writing. Now I'm starting to feel like, well, actually, this is the kind of day I want to vlog, because sometimes this is just how my days are. There's a lot of calls, there's a lot of work, there's not a lot of cozy aesthetic writing segments. Sometimes the writing does happen, you know, in a haze in the evening while I'm watching Below Deck and Below Deck Adventure on Peacock. Like sometimes that's just how the writing gets done. It's not always beautiful and cozy and aesthetic here at my desk. And I feel like I'm finally getting comfortable with filming this kind of vlog and a day like today. And I still will have the thought of, oh, is this really like worth filming? But it's so much easier now for me to say, no, people are going, I know you guys are going to like this vlog. I know you'll have enjoyed this. The majority of you, some of you might not, but the majority of you who watch regularly and comment regularly, there's some of you who I can already predict the comments that you're going to leave. And I love it. I love that I've gotten to know you guys that well. I love that you guys know me this well, and that you just enjoy spending my day with me, whether it's a really exciting day or whether it's just a quietly busy day like today. I hope if any of you have been feeling the struggle of balancing different projects and multiple jobs and this and that, that I hope that today's vlog has given you the permission or the validation that you're allowed to have days where you struggle with that balance, and you're allowed to have days where you don't get everything done, where there's a lot of things that don't get done, or they get migrated to the next day, or they get done enough, even if they're not done perfectly or done to your best standard. These days are normal, and they don't get shared on the internet as much as they probably should because they're so normal. And yeah, now I'm just rambling, but I think you guys know what I'm trying to say. If you enjoyed this vlog, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you've made it all the way through this vlog and you're still watching, you probably should subscribe, because I think that's a really good sign that you'll enjoy the kind of content you're going to find on this channel. So subscribe if you're not subscribed. I would really appreciate that. For those of you who have made it all the way to the end of this vlog, let me know where you live. Is it green? Like, is it getting green, or is it still white and covered with snow? Or is it still very much the dead of winter, and maybe there isn't snow but nothing has gotten leaves back yet? Are you in another part of Arizona? I know some of you are in other parts of Arizona. Is the rest of the state, because some of you live down like in Tucson, like the Tucson area and the Sierra Vista area, like, is it as green for you all as it is up here in Phoenix? Because I feel like if it is this green in Phoenix, Sierra Vista has to be practically neon at this point. So I'd really love to know, like, is it starting to get green, and are you getting those super, super, super early signs of spring if you live somewhere a little bit more south like I do, or is it still the complete dead of winter for you? I would love to know. So that can be our question of the vlog. Or if you want to leave me an emoji, I don't think there's a grass emoji, but I know there's a clover emoji. You could leave me a clover emoji or a green heart for how green the desert is getting, because it is just making me so happy. I'm now gonna go turn my, get YouTube turned on before my TV shuts off, and I will see you all very soon in the next vlog. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye!